everybody, welcome to the astrology chat for August 13th, 2024. So the keys for today are to continue to focus on making internal structural changes to how you are seeing yourself and interacting with the world from a place of healing and true power and authenticity by being true to who you are and who you are becoming. This whole week, we have a lot of transits that are forcing us to see how some things just have to change, how institutions in the wider world have to change, and how our own narratives about ourselves and our own life have to change. Particularly healing this narrative that you are powerless or subject to the whims of other people. And I say this today because we have the moon in Scorpio until 5 a.m. The moon's going to be void at 5, and then at 6 go into Sagittarius. And while the moon is in Scorpio, it makes an opposition to Uranus and a trine to Neptune. So even before the day begins, there is this kind of subconscious working out about the unexpected, about realizations, about bringing time and spirituality into your life. Remember, this is a Neptune that's also retrograde, that is also sitting with Saturn, that's giving like a reality check, a level of maturity to the house of Pisces. There's a level of maturity that is being brought to all of the water signs right now that enables you to move beyond the initial narrative of how you've seen yourself or how other people have framed you. Now, when the moon moves into Sagittarius, it's also a very interesting mix, right? It does make a trine to the North Node and to the South Node. So as you are seeing yourself in this longer term view of philosophy and law and institutions and where you're growing and seeing yourself in the horizons beyond the present, well, this is going to give you a lot of growth and a lot of hope. Now, we do have a sextile with Pluto retrograde, so the undercurrents of your psyche is still at play here, but it's not in the sense of like you're being bogged down, but rather that you can feed yourself to know yourself by understanding and acting through who you are, right? There's a lot of dynamic growth and handling of yourself, but with love and with curiosity and with courage to move forward. If there's anything a Sagittarius will do, it will just move forward, okay? It will leave. If it's like, okay, it's time for me to go do something else, it will just gallop up into the sunset. So let yourself, gallop off into your own sunset. Let yourself leave behind narratives and people and places and things that don't really want to see you. And quite frankly, you don't have to keep explaining a dead version of yourself to people who don't matter, right? You're allowed to move on. You're allowed to stop explaining yourself. Somebody needs to hear that. And we also have a square to Mercury, so words aren't necessarily going to be very nice, right? This is Mercury retrograde in Virgo, which is already a very blunt energy anyway. So let yourself, be blunt about what you need to change and what you need to move on from. Not everybody deserves to know who you're becoming. And quite frankly, who you're becoming deserves to be protected from people who didn't even value you before. So let yourself go into the horizons of who you're becoming. And darling, don't look back. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you tomorrow.